Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Minecraft how-to. This time we're looking at the Armenian architecture. And as you can tell, it's a very robust building. It's very heavy. It's kinda almost like a castle, you say? Well, nothing is less true, my friends, because this is actually a church. Yeah, well, it's not really that much of a difference between a church and a castle in the old ages, as you know, churches were also used as a protection for the villagers. So they had to be a little bit more robust, they had to be a little bit more heavy. So if there was a war, the villagers could reside in the churches. So, that being said, let's look at this building, shall we? As you can see, it's a lot of brown colors, and you will be right. Yeah, as you can see, we are using a lot of mud bricks. Mud bricks is my main component, but beside that I try to switch things up with just regular terracotta, some granite and bricks, just normal bricks. And then here and there I try to be a little bit more spicy, and I use some stripped spruce wood. You will use spruce wood with mud bricks, will you now? Well, wrong, I'm doing it right now. Look at me, being a little menace. So beside that, the walls aren't really that special. It's just some decoration here and there. Try to mix things up with acacia wood up here, as it's more of the far away from the floor, so it's harder to get there to clean things up. Well, it's easier to just fix everything on the ground level. Also, these buildings are very old, so they probably gave up on it already. Then, if you look at the roofings are bewildered. They're going back to nature. We got some lichen, we got some vines, and some mossy cobblestone slabs. The main component I use for the roofings are the smooth, well, no, it's not smooth, it's polished granite stairs and slabs. And to mix things up here and there, I used more bricks and more copper as well. Copper gives an extra nice green touch to the entire building, gives more back to nature feeling, and it's just one of the most beautiful blocks that we have in Minecraft. Let's just admit it, shall we? And as you can see, we have the roofings are kind of like composed together. They look very decorational, the roofings, but they actually have a big purpose. As they have a very structural purpose even. So we have a big wide beginning, and then it spreads out to smaller parts. As you can see, this is just a square, and then it goes to this roofing, and this roofing supports this part over here as well a little bit. And then these small dome-like, well, tower I would almost say, but it's not really a tower, it's like a side part of the area of the building. These are actually structural supports for the bigger dome. They look very decorational, but they are not. They are very, very much necessary. And I use to go back to the roofing, I use some dark oak trapdoors as well for some shading. So if you look from far away, it looks darker under the roofing, which gives a more divided area between the wall and the roofing. And here and there I also use some jungle stairs right next to the dark oak trapdoors to give it more of a reinforced feeling. It gives more of a castle vibe as well. And the church, it obviously has a cross, and the cross is made with spruce fences and lightning rods. I used a debug stick for this part. If you want to know how, well, let me show you. For this you also need commands, so if you don't have commands, maybe just use a fence, like just fence it up like so. For example, like this. Not fancy, but if you look from afar, you will see that's not too bad. It works just as fine. But honestly, I just really like the lightning rods. Makes more simple. Well, not simple. It's a little bit harder to do, but so you basically just want to have your direction as you see below. Select east, then you want to set it to true, and then it will act like it's right next to another fence. And you do the same on the other direction. So if the west is to true, then it will look like it's connected to that one as well. It's not really rocket science, it looks better, in my opinion. Then another aspect of this building is, as you can see, the very narrow windows. over on top of there, and also in the small little towers that try to lit up for more of a beautiful effect during the night. I will show you later on how this building looks like at night, and you will see it just adds a little more to the building to have that place a little bit lit up. But there are also small windows down here, and other than that there's absolutely no windows as this building is very reinforced. And over yonder we have a side building, and this side building really adds to the entire building. Even though this building is not really connected, well, I did connect it over here, I shaded it a little bit, I thought it looked nicer. But in reality, this building normally doesn't connect to the main building, but it does add to the entire building. It gives them more, it's really synergized, it really goes well together, even though this is kind of a different architecture styles. Anyway, it really adds to the entire building. Let's say you only have this part of the building, right? It looks very beautiful, but it will be very boring. Can I? Yeah, there we go. It looks very good, but it might be very boring without this side building. And that's why I added this one as well. It just adds to the entire picture. And basically this building goes all the way around. Every side of the building is totally the same. The right part and the left part is a little bit longer. If you go up here and you look down, you will notice that the front and the back is a little bit shorter, while the sides are longer. So it's not entirely the same, but it's almost the same. And that's also because the roofings over there, as you can see, they also go to the middle on this axis and not on that axis. So that's why it looks wider than rather than more of a cube-like building. So that being said, I think that's mostly it from the outside. If you look from the inside, I didn't really pay much attention to the inside, as I thought the outside was more important. But let's go to the inside just to check it out, shall we? Since we're here, might as well go all the way. As you can see, the inside is not that spectacular. I tried to do some archways, as these buildings tend to have a lot of archways. But you could do a lot of things in this kind of building. You could even put a little stairway in the middle that goes underground and all the way to the top. You could do a big ass storage system in here. You could do, well, you can also make a mob farm in here. You can do whatever you want. For example, you can put a mob farm in one of each corner and then maybe collect them down below. That might be pretty cool, right? With some tinted glass, so once you enter, you see like these, what is it called? Not tinted glass, it's glass. Oh, it is tinted glass. Ah, I was correct. So let's say you have tinted glass boxes for one of each mob over here. Then you can see all the mobs spawn and then go down there and kill everything. Yeah, that might actually look very nice, now I'm talking about it like that. But that's maybe something for you guys to build. And before I forget, I placed some torches inside the building so you can see how it looks like when it's lit up at night. Yeah, before that I didn't have any lights aside from the small tower on the side. So this is how it looks like when you actually lit the place up a little bit. It's still very dark as there are not that many windows, but it adds a little bit more to the building and that makes it more feeling alive. And that's that. You can see that this video is rather short and I'm stinky. I'm very stinky. But this video is short because I decided not to do a survival build. And I want to try out a new format. I'll try to do a little bit, a shorter video and see how that works. If you guys really want me to do more survival builds like the one I used to do in my older videos, please let me know. And if there's no interest for them, then I'll probably do them again. But I really wanted to test out how this goes like this. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye. And I broke the floor.